Hi, River West. It's Rada Duvall here with eXp Realty. Home is what I do best. And this is this week's version of Parkbench.com. And we're in River West, of course, with the general manager of Centro, Italian restaurant here in River West, as well as Bar Centro, which he has brought me to and introduced me to. So we will talk about both of them extensively, please.
Yes, of course. So Centro next door opened up 12 years ago now. So it's a nice family-owned restaurant, very small staff, but we make great food out of a small area.
Yeah.
Authentic Italian cuisine with some amazing Italian wines as well. And it started off as a very small operation, and we've been slowly expanding as the years go by. We didn't have a bar at first, or a liquor license, and expanded that. Now we have a beautiful deck area, which I think you'll have photos of.
Yes.
As well as an outdoor patio that's just gorgeous in the summer. But
For a pretty, from a pretty, not small, but kind of a New York style size commercial space, you guys have fit several different entertainment environments.
Yeah, it's almost
to the block.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we're somehow fitting like 6 different outlets in 2 small spaces.
So I have been to the restaurant. We love it. Your chefs, they make pasta from scratch.
Yeah, totally.
Delicious.
Almost everything from scratch. Yeah.
And your drinks are
craft cocktails, really nice ingredients. We don't skip on that.
Right, yeah, I've had a couple of the cocktails. They're very good. Excellent wine. One of your servers recommended to me one night. I was having like bolognese or something. But yeah, we love it. The desserts are great. The space is really cozy. We haven't brought the kids yet, but maybe we'll do like the patio or
for some patio seating, that'd be nice. But it's a great date spot.
Absolutely.
Bachelorette party sort of.
Tell me about the curtains. That design.
Yeah, so we needed something to kind of break things up for during the pandemic and kind of
Is that what it was?
Yeah, those weren't there initially. We were actually pretty jam-packed in there. There used to be 8 tables downstairs. It was a very tight space, but obviously we want to be responsible during the pandemic and make sure everyone's 6 feet apart. And that's where the curtains came in, and we thought they looked a little nicer than plexiglass.
It kind of reminds me of Mala Testa. It was my favorite Italian restaurant in New York City. A little bit smaller than this, but they made their pasta from scratch, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah,
I think you're one of the only restaurants that does that around here.
Tenutas, but yeah, around here, egg and flour, but it's not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah, and then the drinks also remind me of a really awesome place called Employees Only. You should check them out because I haven't seen anything like that since I lived in the Big Apple, and what you guys are doing here is pretty unique in that you can find it in like Europe and other places, but not necessarily that feeling. You don't necessarily find that in Milwaukee that often.
Yeah, we feature a lot of like Amari, so like digestifs, aperitifs, stuff like Fernet, Aperol, things not often found in other places. But a lot of authentic Italian stuff as well. Like most of our Amaros are Italian. And all of our wines are Italian as well.
And the owners are originally from River West.
Yeah, I mean on weekdays we're always trying to fill the space with different events, or that's going to be a goal of ours moving forward. Things like wedding rehearsals, but we've had a few weddings here, like actual weddings.
So the bar in Centro, what are the best hours to come and have a drink there? Because it opens at 4.
It opens at 5.
Oh,
yeah,
5.
5.
Okay.
So I would say either right at 5. There's not a lot of seating options.
Mhm.
Everything is reserved except for the bar seating.
Except for the bar seating, right?
So you probably want to get in right at 5 typically, or after 8 o'clock. Kind of
Okay.
options there.
Nice. And this place will be opening on a daily basis?
No, so just Friday, Saturdays.
All right. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's going to make it even more sought out.
Right,
because-
yeah, that's kind of what we're going for in a way, is that speakeasy. Sort of.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you mentioned that. Speakeasy, and it'll help with the wear and tear of this place to not have it open every day.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
But yeah, if someone wants to book a wedding rehearsal, Tango Tuesday, we're open for possibilities to use this space.
Right, so then you have this space as an option for entertainment, and they will be opening yet another entertainment space on the
Yeah.
corner here
Yeah.
of Fratney and Centro.
Yeah, our goal is.
Can you tell us what it's called, or do you know yet?
I think it's called the Stanley right now.
Cool.
We don't know its final name yet, but that'll be opening mid-January. We're actually in the process of booking an event for early January, and it's going to be a gorgeous space with a nice piano and a beautiful little bar area for you to host any events that you want, business meetings, bachelorette parties, private events of any sort.
Mhm. So they're monopolizing the whole block.
Essentially, yeah.
That's
but-
a cool.
One of their biggest goals is to kind of make Center Street thriving again. It has taken kind of a hit, not only with the pandemic, but before that as well. It used to be a lot more lively over here. So
Well, we talked about that in that, the cool old sort of popular spots that, like I told you, my husband used to live here and told me about were Mad Planet, Fuel Cafe,
Mhm.
and now a friend of the owners is opening
Right.
Daily Bird, who has done a pop-up at
right.
the coffee stand at
Yeah.
Centro.
We helped
right?
them out by kind of getting started using our space, and we're so happy that they're getting their own
That's so
brick and
nice.
mortar now.
Yeah.
And it's all working together to try to make River West the best it can be.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You have a natural knack for it.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think we've talked a lot about how the business owners and their great staff like you, Chris, what you're doing for the community, and sort of what morals and guidelines you run your business by. Tell us about that a little bit. Your staff seems to be almost like a small family.
Yeah, totally. So staff is the reason why we are so successful, and I know how important they are, and Pat, Peg, myself, we will always put them first above us, and Pat will do the handiwork. I will take a bartending shift. We do
Nice.
whatever it takes to keep the staff happy, because we know that's what makes our location so great. So that's a huge philosophy of mine, is staff first, and everything else I can figure out.
And so how did you meet the owners, and you're managing, is it all 3 spaces? for Realty?
Yeah, it will be, yeah. And so I've had some management experience in the corporate world at Marcus.
Pfister, you mentioned.
Yeah, Marcus Hotels, and I actually had worked here one day before the pandemic started, and I applied originally to just be a bartender, because they tend to make more money than management does. But,
I didn't know that.
yeah, they liked my interview, they liked my resume, they liked my references, so they called me back, and they were going kind of through an employee change at the time, and they were like, do you want to help manage our business? I brought them through the pandemic, where we were takeout only for a very long time and kind of just getting by barely and helped them out there. And now we've grown to as successful as we've ever been before. So it's been a nice working relationship that just kind of clicked immediately. So.
Yeah, well, there's a nice balance of just like a warm welcome when you come to have dinner at Centro, and also just a high standard quality service and yeah, staff and ownership. I mean, this is such a beautiful space. I told you it reminds me of a lot of 100-year-old bars that you see in the big cities like Chicago, and I don't see it in the Pfister, so it also has that feel. But the first thing I said was that when Chris brought me in here was that it had sort of a speakeasy feel because it's a little darker, but the decor is rich and old and beautiful with marble countertops here, and it almost feels like private, like that scene in The Great Gatsby where they walk through the barbershop down into the speakeasy, and you're like, no one else knows about it. Right. So you said 2 days a week it'll be open. So.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, 6 to midnight. Live music every Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, so piano.
Yeah, we have a grand piano, but we're open to, jazz artists is kind of our main focus, but if soul, blues, folk, anything kind of that fits the vibe here at Centro, if you have talent, we'd love to have you. So.
Tell us quickly, because we are such a hyper-local community that supports one another, the food that you get on a daily basis, weekly?
Daily basis, yeah.
It's sourced.
Fresh produce from Marchese, and we do a lot of locally sourced ingredients. I mean, Marchese themselves does a lot of locally sourced ingredients, but we get our bread from Sortino's down on Brady Street, and our sausage is from Scardino's, or we get things from Glorioso's.
That's nice. Those all sound Italian.
Yeah, they are. So yeah, we try to keep it authentic as much as you can in the lot.
Yeah, that's so nice. I had no idea that I was going to be introduced to several businesses today.
Yeah.
But I am. What else do you want to tell us about, like upcoming events, or is there something special going on? We're going into Christmas and New Year's.
Sure.
Are you guys going to be open?
Yeah, so we'll be open New Year's Eve. We're thinking of sort of a special kind of cocktail event for here. So stay tuned to our social media for that. But yeah, we're always trying to find cool things to do, whether it's wine events, live music. We have someone that does the ABCs of jazz every third Thursday of the month. So
is it here?
It's here. Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's sort of like just a meetup of people who love jazz, and it was a great time. Last one, I believe the next one is December 16th. I'm gonna check it out. But yeah, we're always thinking of cool events that we can do. Otherwise, grab a reservation next door. There's not a lot of space, so make sure you call ahead.
Yeah, grab a reservation next door, and then when you're all wrapped up, head over here to Bar Centro, and then maybe there will be another event.
Yeah, then you can just go around the block, basically.
But it's all here, so if you're looking for a great craft,
craft cocktails,
cocktail,
scratch food, live music, kind of have it all here.
Thank you so much for your time, and I'm so glad I got to meet you. Now, when I come to the restaurant, hopefully you'll recognize me.
Yeah, totally. I'll get you some wine or something.
Oh, you're so sweet. So we're gonna wrap it up. We just spent a good quality hour here with Chris, so he has to get ready to open up the restaurant. Please check out more information and the interview at parkbench.com River West, and book your reservations for the holidays in the next week or so. I'm sure it'll fill up fast. So this is Rada Duvall again with eXp Realty, and Chris, the manager of Centro, Bar Centro. We'll see you guys soon.